morning YouTube, welcome to another Dawn of War 2 Retribution online commentary video. This is your host Thongger as always, and today's game is played on the Meaden Cliff Mines and was sent to me by one of my viewers and subscribers. I can't remember who. Anyway, firstly on the blue team we have Erasmus Tycho playing as the Force Commander support offensive hero, and we have Terrozwerg playing as the Chaos Sorcerer, so disruptive offensive hero. And on the red team we have Primarch Konrad Kurze playing as the Chaos Lord, beefy, angry commander, and we have Corax playing as the Chaos Sorcerer as well. So this is going to be such a heavy hitting match with Marines everywhere, and we already have combat kicking off on the north side near Red's natural victory point with scouts harassing the Chaos Sorcerer, actually doing quite a bit of damage, and the Sorcerer isn't the toughest of heroes, but now with all this stuff heading down the chase of these scouts going to have to back off out of there and wait for support from the rest of the Space Marine force. And these scouts probably going to start to take a model loss or two. The Force Commander leading the charge, and Doom Blast probably going to go off on the Force Commander, but the Force Commander doesn't care one bit, putting on Battle Cry, and he's going to start knocking these scouts, these heretics aside like they're little flies, and the heretics seeing so much damage. Wow, special attack knocking out one of the heretics. These heretics almost got wiped. Meanwhile, Erasmus Tycho is capping mid, but while he's capping mid, Konrad Kurze is actually capping Blue's natural, but nothing has been put up over here, so that's not going to cost them anything. You know, the Sorcerer went down by Corax over there, and Corax has to get on out of there, and now Red has a clear shot at Blue has a clear shot at Red's natural over here, so sort of tit for tat. Opposing ends of the map are turning into the opposite team's hands, but now it looks like Terrozwerg is some Chaos Space Marines getting caught out of position over here, probably gonna get forced back by this angry Chaos Lord over here. But the rest of Terror's forces heading the fray. These heretics probably don't want to be getting into the fray with the Chaos Lord, and they are going for the Chaos Space Marines instead. Wise choice. Chaos Lord is one of the beefiest and tankiest commanders in the whole game, and now these Chaos Space Marines getting tied up and caught in the pincer and gonna retreat on out of there before they take a model loss from these puny heretics. You know, Erasmus doing a good job of just capping the west side of the map over here, just causing a lot of disruption. His Force Commander getting the Power Sword. Not often you see the Power Sword, but the Power Sword is a very nice weapon against all these Space Marines, and since Space Marines don't usually come in great numbers, the Power Sword will really allow him to cut through all those Space Marines' heavy armor like a hot knife through butter. Meanwhile, we do have double Chaos Space Marines, and Havocs for Primarch Konrad Kurze, and we do have triple Chaos Space Marines for Terrozwerg. Very solid base, a lot of meat on the field, but very one-dimensional. But of course, the Chaos Sorcerer has a lot of utility and a lot of spells. Nice Doom Blast doing so much damage to those heretics, and those Chaos Space Marines have to get out of that. Lost a model somewhere along the line, but oh wow, the Sorcerer taking out two Chaos Space Marine models and gonna force melee with this Chaos Havoc squad. This Chaos Space Marine squad getting very low, probably going to take a model loss from this Chaos Lord. Not sure what they're doing, hanging in melee for so long. And yes, the Chaos Lord, wow, absolutely just mashing one of the Chaos Space Marines, proving why he's a Chaos Lord and that Chaos Space Marine is just a Chaos Space Marine. And this also going to get out there, probably going to escape just fine. Took a bit of damage, but probably not going to get out of there just fine. Now we do have double attack, so very one-dimensional forces, just lots of double attacks, double Chaos Space Marines. We do have grenade heretics on the field, so these tactical marines have to be very careful, getting hit by the heavy grenade barrage over here, and they are probably going to start taking losses, so they're going to have to get on out of them. Those grenades actually do a deceptive amount of damage to Space Marines. Grenades do 130%, 150% more damage to heavy armor, so those Space Marines have to be very careful of that. So lots of Chaos Space Marines in the field, so gonna have a lot of big beefy slugging matches. Red still hasn't capped their natural requisition point, so this is probably gonna put them a bit behind. They are about 30 rec income behind, and Konrad Kurze getting such a heavy tier 1, getting Noise Marines along with Chaos Havocs. Wow, not often you see just such a heavy tier 1, especially for Chaos. The early Blood Crusher is always an option, and Chaos is such a strong tier 2, you really want to be hitting tier 2 as quickly as possible with Chaos. But now we do have Red stacking middle here, just a whole pile of Chaos Space Marines and angry heretics around. But we do have Terrozwerg heading around for a flank over here, and Doom Bolts going off, catching some of those Chaos Space Marines. But now the Havocs have turned around. Now these Heretics are getting absolutely shredded and torn to bits. They're gonna have to get out of there. Might lose the whole squad, and now these Chaos Space Marines getting caught out of his. Wow, that Doombolt absolutely wrecking these Chaos Space Marines. One of these Chaos Space Marine squads down to single model. Gonna lose the squad. 30 hit points, 7. Oh my. I'm not sure why Terra's not getting out of there. Probably trying to kill the Heretic squad, but it's not worth losing a whole Chaos Space Marine squad. And now these Chaos Space Marines probably going to take another model loss, taking a lot of range damage. And we do have Dark Flames going off, going to force these guys to scatter and give Terra a bit of room to maneuver. But bad engagement for Terra, losing a whole Chaos Space Marine squad. But while Red has been stacking mid, Erasmus Tycho has been doing the wise thing, which is getting a flamer and gonna bash power. So now he has a clear shot at power here. Did manage to knock out the central power node, but these Chaos Space Marines are gonna arrive. The flame attack squad probably gonna do some damage and maybe knock out another generator or two, while the Force Commander is jumping in at that power sword of his, but getting focus fire down by a lot of stuff over here. So he's probably gonna get out there. Terra asking his teammate why he didn't help him. Erasmus probably going to lose his Force Commander on the way out, very low on hit points, but Artificial Armor major save him, the regen just saving him. Wow. But Erasmus did manage to knock out a whole gen farm. Wow, excellent play by Erasmus over here. So Erasmus, blue team gonna be, red team very behind on the power game over here, but Corax is probably gonna be able to hit tier 2 right now. He has the power and the requisition to do it, but Konrad Kurze probably not going to be hitting tier 2 for a while, and the blue team will be hitting tier 2 roughly at the same time. But Terra lost a lot of requisition, reinforcing his army, taking a lot of losses in that engagement. Meanwhile, Red is fortifying middle. Reds have a massive army in the middle over here. They are recapping, and we're probably going to pump up this gen farm again. Corax hitting tier 2. Terra not having the wreck to hit tier 2, but he's gonna have a lot of power once he hits tier 2, so gonna be able to crank up some nice beefy stuff. And we do have Reds stacking and heading down the back towards Blue's natural power over here, and these Havocs are down in the middle, probably just gonna be able to tie up Terra's army over here. Terra did lose his Sorcerer, no upgrades on him. The Force Commander quite decked out, but we do have double flame attack, so very interesting. Normally you'd want to see the plasma guns, but now red team is probably gonna get a nice gen bash off. There's a lot of stuff here, so really gonna melt all these generators. Those Havocs getting very low, probably gonna lose this squad if they get focus fire down a bit more. And no, they do escape. Wow, with 5 hit points, very fortunate. But blues are gonna lose that whole gen farm over here. So, but blues do have a lot of power and requisition, and Terra has a heap of power and requisition hitting tier 2. So probably gonna be able to pull out some nice, nasty tier 2 evil stuff on the field over here. But Red's really stacking and knocking out the whole gen farm over here. But they are getting gen bashed in return, so in my opinion, it's not really worth it to bash your opponent's power if you're going to lose your power in return. It's sort of an equal net exchange. And now, blues, the Reds did get their power bashed a couple of times, so they are going to be behind in the power game. Only now Konrad is hitting tier 2, and he really doesn't have that much resources on the field. But Terra is probably going to be able to crank out at least a Dreadnought as soon as he hits tier 2. Now his Force Commander knocking out one of those Chaos Space Marine with that plasma pistol of his, jumping in there. This Chaos Space Marine has to be very careful. He is swinging that big angry power sword of his around, and now with these double attacks, Erasmus is gonna get a very quick gen bash off, and Corax doesn't really have much on the field at the moment to deter by. And Terra and Erasmus stacking to bash Red's power over here, and Corax really doesn't have answer. And like I said, Terra crank out a Dreadnought as soon as he hits tier 2. Grenade barge going off, gonna do a lot of damage to this big pile of Chaos Space Marines over here. This Dreadnought's gonna do very well, as there's not much AV on the field at the moment, and the Chaos Lord doesn't have any dedicated AV. His Blood Maul and Power Claws only do power melee, but these Tactical Space Marines taking a lot of damage. Retreat path through. All of these Chaos Space Marines might lose the squad, just the range fire alone. 50 hit points, 40 hit points. Oh no, 20 hit points. And it's just a Sergeant left, and wow, only the Sergeant gets away. Wow, very fortunate. But these flame attacks actually doing a deceptive amount of damage, and they can close the distance. But this Force Commander might go down. Retreat path, if all these guys force melee, the Force Commander may have gone down, and now these tactical space marines have retreat path right through the center of the red army here. But none of these chaos space marines forcing melee. If they did force melee, they'd really be able to knock out a lot more models. So blues, despite getting flanked and pincered, actually getting out of there relatively unscathed. But we do have a 2-1. Blues are a bit behind on the victory point game, but they are probably going to be able to make some good pushes, especially with this Corn Jin. An excellent synergy with the Chaos Sorcerer, especially with investments of the Warp. You can just put Blood Rage on him and you can teleport him out of there as soon as he gets into some trouble. And we do have Erasmus getting his scouts in a lot of trouble here, getting out of there, but not losing a single model. Very fortunate, especially when they're that low on hit points. They're getting a Razorback, a lot of requisition, but not much power on the field. Probably could go for a nice Plasma Devastator Marine squad, especially with all these Chaos Space Marines blobbing around. Plasma Cannon will really be able to do a lot of damage to them. But blue's probably going to try and make a coordinated push. It is a 3-0 cap, so they're going to have to be very careful. Need to take back their natural over here, otherwise those VPs are going to bleed away deceptively quickly. But reds are really fortifying the middle over here. We have Havocs and Chaos Space Marines in heavy cover over here. And now it's going to be so difficult to uproot all these Chaos Space Marines, especially the Zinj Bolters. But there's no AV on the field, so this Razorback is going to allow Erasmus to push over here. And this Razorback is charging him, but there's a lot of stuff on the field, so all this concentrated range fire may just bring down the Razorback if he's not careful. But the Razorback trying to get in behind the Chaos Havocs, and a big pile of Space Marines is probably going to come jumping out using the... And now we... Oh wow, one of the Chaos Sorcerer's abilities knocking out those Heretics, doing so much damage, and now these guys are in a bad place, caught between Space Marines on one side, grenade going off, boom! Doing so much damage to all these Chaos Space Marines, and now this Angry General is ripping these Chaos Space Marines apart. This Havoc squad may not be able to make it out of there. It is very low on hit points, but I think it may just get out of there in time. So excellent push by the blue team over there. Chaos Sorcerer did go down by his Warp Rod or whatever the ability was. Did manage to do a lot of damage to those Heretics. So bad engagement for the red team, taking a lot of damage. Razorback really helped them push hard. And now Corax getting a heavy devastated Chaos Havoc squad. I'm really getting jumbled on my words over here. So good push by the blue team over here. And Terra's Rod of Warp Fire, yes, he grants the Warp Fire ability. Did a lot of damage to all those Heretics over there. So now blue team is hitting red snap. Oh wow, Doombo doing so much damage. Oh my, did that tactic? No, the tactical Marines jumped into the Razorback at the last second, but those Doombos pretty much give 2 tactical Space Marines. But now we do have a double Gen Bash going off by these Heretics. Probably not going to be able to do that much. But we do have a big pile of stuff coming out over here. But the Heretics spot them, and now the blue team's going to be aware, so they'll be able to act accordingly. Konrad Kurze has pulled out a Dreadnought of his own, but it won't be able to stand up to a melee Corn Dreadnought and these Plague Marines on the field. These Plague Marines going to provide a lot of meat on the field for Terror over here. And we do have Dark Flames going on, forcing all these Space Marines to jump into the Razorback, but not overly effective, as they can just jump in the Razorback whenever. Gonna give them a lot of permanent staying power on the field. And we do have a major engagement kicking off between Terror and Konrad Kurze here. Dark Flames going off on this big pile of Chaos Space Marines over here. And one of the Chaos Space Marine squads does go down to the Chaos Lord, but the Chaos Lord does go down in return. So now Konrad Kurze is being forced back over here, having the Force Commander lead the charge with that power sword of his, doing a lot of damage, pewing away. And now we do have a 3-0 cap to the blue team, so real reversal of fortunes over here. But we do have a Chaos Havoc of Laskan over here, but the Razorback jumps out of the field of fire just in time. If it had been caught in that, it would have been in big trouble over here. So great play by Erasmus Tycho, and he's hitting tier 3. You never want to see a Space Marine play hit tier 3, especially with this much resources. Floating almost 1,000 requisition. Not sure what he could be doing if the gen farms are fully pumped up. He could probably get out just another tactical Space Marine squad or Plasma Devastator squad. I mean, why not? It's always good to have extra firepower or extra meat on the field. But it's probably going to save up for a Land Raider. If he just waits 2 minutes, he'll be able to pump out a Land Raider with 2 gen farms. That power income is going to be quite considerable. The blue team has really been quite excellent at bashing red's power and just constantly harassing them. Like these Heretics just really causing a lot of disruption, and being annoying, but this Blastmaster gonna get a sweet shot off, but Terror hears the Blastmaster wind up and gets out of that in time. And now we do have double Corn Dreadnoughts kicking it off, but this Dreadnought really wants nothing to do with it with this much support and the last cannon hanging around. So he's gonna bait back where these Plague Marines can offer support. Now this Dreadnought is really overextending itself, but we do have heavy weapons team setting on either side, and we do have two angry Corn Dreadnoughts just ripping each other to shreds, and both Dreadnoughts may go down with, well, we do have a hard push going on by Corax over here and forcing back these Chaos Space Marines. The Razorback getting an excellent flank, knocking out the last cannon Havoc. So wow, excellent play by Erasmus Tycho with excellent flank, and wow, Terror's Dreadnought wins the Vico duel, but now his angry Dreadnought is gonna turn on the Force Commander, it seems, but Blood Rage wears off, and this Dreadnought needs to get out of there before this last cannon Havoc turns his fire on it. And this Force Commander of his power sword being such a beast, already level 6, killing Chaos Space Marines left, right, front and center with every swing of his sword, getting caught by Chains of Torment over here and getting focus fire down, so he might have to get out there. These Scouts with shotguns are actually doing quite a lot of damage, and now the Force Commander is free and he is pissed off. And he is chopping up this Chaos Sorcerer, but he is going to be forced back by that Chaos Sorcerer. But now his Razorback with 2 squads of Tactical Marines in squad are going to jump out, and they do have double flamers, and they are going to cause a lot of damage at close range over here. Grenade barrage going off, but sort of missing the bulk of the Space Marines over here, but they're not going to be overly phased by that. Doom Bolts going off, causing a lot of damage. This Chaos Havoc squad trying to set up, but oh wow, gets knocked out by these double Chaos Tactical Space Marine squads, and these Tactical Space Marine squads are charging for, gonna melt this Heretic squad. If they can force melee, they may be able to knock out the Heretics, but they don't, and this is a dead Chaos Sorcerer, and this Chaos Space Marine squad is in big trouble as well, losing a member on the way out, but this surviving member probably gonna retreat. So these double Tactical Space Marines, both of them, one of them is level 4, the other one is almost level 4, really causing a lot of hurt with those double flames. And we do have Warp Fire going off, knocking back this Noise Marine squad, and the Chaos Sorcerer jumping in there, swinging his big staff around and knocking back all these Noise Marines, preventing them from setting up. So great play by the blue team all around, just keeping the red team off balance all the time, despite a relatively slow start. And we do have we have a Predator going up by Erasmus Tycho over here. Not sure why he isn't saving up for a Land Raider, but oh well, we'll see how it works out. He has been doing very well so far with unorthodox tactics, such as getting double flamers and not much else, but actually holding off huge Chaos Forces. But this Plague Marine squad is going to be big trouble for those Tactical Space Marines, and this Tactical squad very low on hit points, so may start taking losses if they stay in any prolonged firefight. But 2-1 to blue team right now, and we do have a major engagement kicking off. All these Space Marines jumping into the fray. The Razorback is hanging back, being a bit more conservative this time, but oh wow, the Force Commander leading the charge, forcing melee of these Chaos Space, of these Plague Marines, not giving them the chance to get their rocket shots off. We do have Dark Flames going off, but we do have Chaos Space Marines and Space Marines jumping on every side. This Chaos Sorcerer probably going to go down the Zinch Marines, but a lot of Space Marines just went down to a flurry of Zinch Bolters, but they're just reinforcing right out of this Razorback, and that's probably why Erasmus is saving out those resources. He can pretty much just reinforce infinitely with those Chaos Space Marines, and the Force Commander being such a beast, level 7, just ripping apart all these Chaos Space Marines with his power sword. And his Blastmaster has to be careful with friendly fire, knocking back a lot of his friendly Chaos Space Marines, knocking back the whole squad. This is a dead Chaos Space Marine over here. Boom! One of them gets a power sword in the back and is brought down by the Plasma Pistol of the Force Commander. So another poor engagement by the red team, taking a lot of losses. Erasmus did lose a lot of Tactical Space Marines and some Sergeants in that fray, but he just kept reinforcing out of his Razorback. He has the requisition to do it. It's not often you can see Space Marines thrown away like that with such liberal ability, but he has such a ridiculous amount of resources. He can pretty much do whatever he wants with those Tactical Marines. And we do have Zinch worship going on, hiding these big monsters over here in the middle. This big angry Corn Dreadnought, level 2, gonna be quite beastly, and a greater unclean one. And this Force Commander already level 8 with 1300 hit points, so gonna be such a beast. And both of the red team's commanders are down. This Chaos Lord is only level 2, less health than the Force Commander. That's not where you want to be. And this Chaos also level 3, not sure if he has that many upgrades, but really outclassed by the blue team at the moment. I think the blue team will have this victory quite solidly in their hands. Not much the red team can do to push hard against all these super units over here. And Erasmus with floating his stupid amount of requisition pretty much just has permanent staying power. And there's no AV on the field to deal with this predator over here, so there's not much they can do against this predator. This blast master noise marines will just get charged by this force commander. Will get a shot of knocking him, but this force commander may get forced off actually. And does get forced off, yes, but these plague marines are on the field and just getting hammered. Double flamers just melting these guys, but no, Blastmaster can get a shot off into this horde of space marines over here. They will be able to do a lot, and boom, there we go. But this noise marine squad a bit isolated, not much support, and those scouts are maybe gonna hurl a grenade in. Yes, no, no, and these noise marines gonna have to get out there, maybe gonna lose another model on the way out to all this ranged fire, but no, they get out there just in time. And we do have double Zinch worship going off, and so no one really spots these capping squads. So, but oh, as soon as they start capping, this big ghoul came out of the darkness like a demon from hell, along with his angry conjurer, and these plague marines are in big trouble, taking so much damage. These plague marines are gonna start exploding, popping left, right, front and center, and those heretics had to get out there. So 2 plague marines went down, 3rd plague marine went down. Wow, not often you see plague marines dying that quickly, especially seeing how tough they are. And attempted a gen bash going off, but we do have blue taking back their natural. Blue probably gonna take the middle again, and red team is gonna be in a lot of trouble. They really don't have much on the field, hitting tier 3, but it's probably a bit too late. The blue team just has so much on the field, and they do have a chaos predator, just a lot of stuff on the field at the moment. I don't think the red team can push. And has anyone rage quit? No, it seems they're still in the fray, and teleport going off over here, but this is probably not where they want to be. Dark flames going off but not doing too much damage, only hitting these heretics and plague marines, and plague marines are tough as nails and not going to take any losses. The force commander reviving his fallen ally over here, and already level 8, getting the iron halo. Interesting. Normally if he has survived this long without an iron halo, a battle standard may be better. And this chaos space marine squad getting hammered by all these tanks over here and space marine fire. 2 space marines go down to a blastmaster shot, but Erasmus isn't really caring how many space marines he loses. Chaos space marine squad does go down. This is maybe a dead razorback over here. Space marines reinforcing out of it, and oh no, they do force off the plague marines just in time, and this may be a dead plague marine squad if he can give chase, if the predator can get off one more shot, but I think this plague marine squad can get on out of there just fine. And I'm losing my voice. Anyway, a red team looking very thin, and yeah, they won't be able to push against all the super units and stuff blue has on the field. Just 2 squads of plague marines, and they are very low on resources, can't pull out any tier 3 stuff or much tier 2 stuff for that matter, and it is taking them all their resources just to keep their armies alive and on the field, and they really can't do much against all this big nasty stuff. But this Chaos Predator has his rear armor presented and may go down to a few shots from that Blastmaster and those Plague Marines. Not sure why he's presenting his rear armor, but oh, Imperial Abyss going off. Wow, knocking out the Chaos Predator. All these Chaos Space Marines trying to get out there. Looks like they will get out of there just fine. Some of them getting snared. Oh, the Aspiring Champion getting snared. Oh, brings down the Cultist Squad. Unlucky. Once you snag that Aspiring Champion into the center of that Imperial Abyss, that's a dead Heretic Squad because of shared damage mechanics. But that was a... I don't really see blue recovering from it. That was a one-off ability. And now the Guo is just gonna camp Konrad's base over here. These Chaos Space Marines really don't have a pair. Although the Guo, that's pretty much it, the game. While they're tied up trying to fight off this Guo, the VPs are gonna tick down and they don't have anything to take the VPs. And we do have a orbital bombardment by Erasmus, snaring all these poor Chaos Space Marines, adding insult to injury and adding salt into their wound. And boom, those Chaos Space Marines getting blown to smithereens, and that's pretty much the game. The Chaos Dreadnought is ripping apart the Greater Unclean One in his angry blood rage. But anyway, that was a pretty exciting game. Very high level and skilled play, especially by the blue team over here. The red team got off to a pretty good start, but some very sweet maneuvers and constant harassment of generators just kept the red team on the back foot at all times. So sweet play by the blue team. And if you guys want more replays, send me the replays and I'll do my best to cast them. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.